4 steps to achieve your goals sooner than you think in 2019. So you guys, it is Labor Day, and yes, I'm over here filming this episode. Yes, I'm filming this podcast, and I'm literally looking out the window at the pool with people sitting there. But dreams and goals drive me, and it's motivating me because I'm going to get done sooner so that after the workshop that I hold later on today, I can go play. So keep that in mind as we get into this episode, okay? So I'm super excited to share this with you guys because I've learned so many different ways to hack and so many different things as I've gone through my own journey of mistakes after mistake after mistake with goal setting on underestimating the time, overestimating the time, simplifying, complicating, all the things. So it is with that I share in now seeing so much wisdom from that experience. So number 1 is a vision for your life. So for me, I got to get clear first. So I'm gonna break this down in 2 different ways on number 1. I got to get clear first for the overall life legacy that I want to make, that I will make. Years ago, I used to set my goals really small, and I believe that came out of fear because I knew that I could achieve them easily, typically in my own strength with our Creator. But yes, it took me getting uncomfortable, but they were nowhere near the level of uncomfortability I feel now on a daily basis. Like, it's become a norm, okay? So some of you may be clearer and further along on your path to where you have an idea for your life legacy. So you start there, okay? Some of you may feel more comfortable with setting up a yearly plan. Either way, whether you have a yearly plan or you've got your life legacy, you need both. So if you've got a life legacy, you've got to scale it backwards to 20 years, to 10 years, to 5 years, to 7 years. And of course, the further out, it's more broad, but the 1 year needs to be more clear. So if you guys want more on this, my 90-day plan episode will help you on this even more. And then speaking of which, you take the 1 year and you break it down into quarterly goals, okay? So number 2, your second step is quarterly goals. So if you've tuned in the past with me, you know that I'm a huge proponent of not goals in one area of life, goals in every area of life, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, relationally, playfully, physically, and financially. So I'm gonna share with you guys just some of my quarterly goals. So for example, one of my quarterly goals that I am 100% on track to achieve by October 31st is reading the Bible straight through for the first time. I am currently already in Mark, and I started reading it straight through in April, you guys. It's crazy like how it pulls me. Another goal of mine is staying consistent with my physical results. And I'm currently in a challenge. I'm joining another challenge. I'm planning, and I will do a dance competition in 2020 and my 4th bikini fitness show. So for those of you that are tuning in for the first time, I lost over 55 pounds now 5 years ago and kept it off. So this didn't happen overnight. And I have kept it off with the help of Herbalife Nutrition, with the help of meal bags, with the help of healthy habits, with the help of competing, so many different things. Disclaimer, the average person that uses Herbalife loses a half a pound to a pound a week. Then I'm also focused on my financial goals, which I'm gonna share those more in a sec. So, but again, you guys, if you need more guidance on that, I highly recommend you tune into my 90-day plan and or the sneak peeks on the Transformation Challenge or 12 Steps to Lifestyle Transformation. Any of those will massively help you with clarity in these areas. So from the quarterly goals, then you get to take it down, reverse engineer your goals down to monthly. So if, for example, my goal is to achieve in the next 90 days or less $100,000 worth of impact with people, with health, with money, with business, with travel, that means that's an average of about $30,000 a month, right? Then that means on a weekly basis, that's about, give or take, just for simplicity's sake, and let's say we're doing a stretch goal, let's say $10,000 a week, which would lead to $40,000, okay? So one of the things I do, so in that scenario, $10,000 a week, right? So that means, you guys, not just setting up a dollar figure, it's what are the tasks that are going to need to happen on a monthly and weekly basis to get you there. And so understand, I did not arrive here at all overnight. I constantly refine my process. I constantly get better. So for example, 10,000 a week, where I am, this is not where I am yet, but this is my goal. But where I am right now in my tasks is, for example, on Mondays, which today is a Monday, I focus on, the first thing that I do is I focus on high priority items that have the potential to have a huge impact, even if one of them happens. So let me give you an example. So I segment what we do with Fit Life Creation into 4 segments: lifestyle, wellness, travel, and media. So I kick off on Mondays always with media. And media can mean so many different things, obviously. So just to focus on here, media means specifically like how I start. And again, this didn't happen overnight. I had blind spots. I still have blind spots. I would start with the low-hanging fruit versus realizing, like, wait a minute, go for the heavy impact first. So again, this is where I am now. If you go back and listen to some of the old podcasts, I was not anywhere near this. So, and this reminds me a lot of when I was serving in corporate and in 1 year achieved with a team, with support, with influence, God-given talents and abilities, $10 million in results. That was my last year in corporate full-time. So it's so interesting to see everything morphing now and getting those talents and abilities back. Because if you don't stay humble, you guys, you will get them taken away. Or if you need to focus on healing or different things, like if there's ego involved, like, don't be surprised if some things don't come as easy as they once did. That's our Creator trying to wake you up, is what I believe. So I start first with media. Like today, I look at brand platforms to submit proposals that are focused for 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, with impact for wellness, for travel, for influencers, to where we get to co-partner, serve different ways. So for example, today alone, over 10 proposals were submitted, over $100,000 worth in value. Now, I don't know the outcome. I don't know if something's going to be a great fit on both sides, but it's taking that leap of faith to plant those seeds no matter what happens when, and trusting the outcome, and you're exercising the muscle of persistence and discipline, which is one of the biggest things as an entrepreneur. And believing in yourself, believing in what you offer, believing in everything that you provide. Like, this is me believing in Fit Life Creation, with health, with wellness, with travel, with media, with lifestyle, with including tools like Herbalife nutrition, meal bags, tech tools, and so many different things, okay? Hands-on with events. But anyway, then I asked myself, okay, what other circles of influence can I reach out to, whether they're paid or not, that would create community, that would add value, that I can leverage? So I reached out to Women in Travel Summit. I Googled, literally, you guys, this is great for speakers, this is great for speaking tips. I've also been a speaker, keynote, a lot of different experiences over 20 years in speaking. I Googled wellness conferences in Atlanta, travel conferences in da-da-da, and then I apply as a speaker. So I applied to over 3 different speaking opportunities today alone, okay? Then in the midst of that, I will typically then also share with people on social media. So understand your audience. Like, I always now go back and forth between a business to business, circles of influence, as well as direct to consumer, like directly to someone like me, like a woman that wants all-in-one convenience, or an influencer or a blogger that's great with social media, but sucks at monetizing, sucks at making money, okay? So then the next thing, so I'm filming this video, I'm filming this podcast, I'm filming this episode. So you can see how that's both business to business and business to consumer, because someone from a company could be listening or watching, right? Then I'm going to also submit some proposals after I'm done with this for some articles for financial wellness as well as wellness, like physical wellness, health wellness, right? So that, then today I've got like a 2-hour break. So it's a matter of you guys getting laser focused and setting up your time blocks to where you're like 30 minutes, I'm laser focused on my task. 1 hour, I'm laser focused on doing these 10 proposals. I'm not on social media, I'm not chatting, I'm in my zone, okay? Like, I'm locked in. I am completely locked in. Like, when I'm doing my morning routine, I am locked in on that. When I did my workout earlier today, I'm locked in on that. When I'm contributing on social media, I'm locked in on that. So I'm fully present in the moment. That's how you get more done. You're not distracted by what happened yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow. You know it's in the back of your mind, but you're locked in on what's happening now. So then I've got, after my break, I've got a workshop today that I'm leading with someone that booked with me via Airbnb on social media and influencer marketing, and he's gonna have a wellness experience as well. He wants to do things, his name's Daryl, he wants to do things with travel and more. So that's happening. Then at that point, I am done because I know I've played full out, okay? So that's where you get to the point where you're like winning and winning and winning. Like, I get up now, you guys, at 4:30 to 5 a.m., which years ago, that was not possible. That's how I know this is all God, all the Holy Spirit, because in my own strength, hell no, I am not capable of that. But it took baby steps to keep getting closer and closer and closer to that. Working on my night routine, because my night routine would spill over into my morning routine. So things like that. So that's step 3 on the monthly and weekly goals. Now step 4. Okay, just to recap where we've gone and where we're about to go into. Step 1 was a vision for your life legacy and your year. Step 2, quarterly goals. Step 3, monthly and weekly goals. Step 4, tracking daily. You guys, you can have all the goals in the world, but if you don't have them front and center, surrounding you, how likely do you think in the midst of 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 thoughts a day that they're going to hit when you have so many fears? And when I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself. Insecurities, doubts, worries, circumstances, etc. So it's surrounding yourself. So what do I mean by that? A couple things. Number 1, I track on an app called Focus Matrix. That's literally a free app. If you're super nerdy like me, you can get the report feature and track how many tasks you complete on a weekly basis. I track daily there, and then I track what progress I'm making. And you guys, I challenge myself now, not just to hit these goals on a weekly basis, but as of this week, I amped up to focus, laser focus on hitting my weekly goals in a day. So let me repeat that, my weekly goals in a day. And then once that starts happening, basically adjust and amplify again. So for example, I shared with you in part 3 And I'm gonna get into tracking. I shared with you in part 3, the weekly goals are 10K, right? But remember, I just told you that I hit proposals today already over 10,000. In fact, they were 10X. And it's Monday. So make yourself, like Monday, like I love to super exceed like everything because, and this is the same practice I always followed in corporate, because it makes you feel like a rock star. So no matter what else happens the rest of the week, remind yourself like, hey, Monday I was a rock star. Like I already did 10 times more, okay? So tracking daily, what do I mean? So these are some of the things I track. So for example, I track the dollar amount that I'm on, target for. And initially it starts with conversations and proposals and outreach and circles of influence, connecting on social media, videos, podcasts, etc. There's so many different ways to connect with people and invite them and create community and so many different things. Next thing, I have in my head 2,500 documented volume points daily. So am I taking action every single day that can lead to $10,000 and a minimum of 2,500 documented volume points? So for example, when I proposed to do a speaking engagement, I also mentioned, hey, I can do wellness and bring smoothie bowls and bring goodie bags and da-da-da. And with my speaker fee, I can include our monthly mastermind for all the attendees, da-da-da-da. So you can see how I'm integrating every single thing to where it's not just for the moment. It's not just about me, it's about helping others win too, okay? So then it's dollar figure, it's documented volume points in my case. Then I'm looking at the website. I'm looking at to see are our users growing? Is our bounce rate, meaning people that leave our website, decreasing? Is the time that people spend on our website increasing? So is everything moving in the direction that I want? Then I track, you guys, did I have at least 2 phone calls with brands that week? And I've already been hitting that now consistently, so I'm about to amp it up to 3. Because that's usually the next step before a group or a circle of influence is agreeing to have me on site for an experience, okay? Then I'm tracking to see, okay, did I complete my IGTV? Did I complete a minimum of 3 podcasts? Did I complete posts on social media on all channels? Did I complete outreach for 2 or 3 different platforms to be featured? Did I connect with over 4 influencer platforms with over 7 campaigns that we run every single month now? That I've gotten laser focused and I keep learning and learning and learning and learning. So that's where some of the direct to person comes into play, right? To community. Then I'm tracking, okay, do I have a minimum of 2 influencers a week and or 2 distributors? Do I have a minimum of 7 clients and or preferred members every single week? So you can see how everything trickles down. Here's the total dollar, here's the documented volume points, here's the actions, here's the targets for brands, for influencers, and for clients. So that's the key, and then what you're gonna learn in the process, for some of you, you're gonna learn you underestimate what you can get done, and you can actually do more. So for example, where do you spend your time? Are you spending it on Netflix and chill? Are you spending it, binge watching? Are you spending it, going out to eat 3-4 times a week? So you know where you spend your time. So trust me when I say I know you've got time. It's just a matter of making time. That's my philosophy. So, and then you can see how it continues to go in. And so we typically will, at least this has been my challenge, and I feel like now I'm breaking through that, where I would pressurize and put in so much stuff in a short amount of time. And a lot of that came from me not finding my identity in our Creator, in Christ, in the Holy Spirit, but finding it in the external, in performance, in people's approval, in all of that, as opposed to finding it within, then saying, okay, what is reasonable / still pushes me or challenges me coming from that space of love and identity and worthiness. So you can hear already like, okay, here's my monthly, weekly, but I'm already challenging to amp that up daily. And today is a perfect example of it's already a reality because the proposals, the circles of influence all came. So to recap, I talked about the vision for your impact, for your life legacy for the year, your quarterly goals, setting those, your monthly and weekly goals, and then tracking daily, are you on track? And then what will help motivate you? You know yourself. What's gonna help shift you? What's gonna help motivate you? What's gonna accelerate you? So please share on social media, tag us what you got from this, what you're implementing, would love to hear, and chat soon.